Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from the beautiful Carolinas. Today's topic is going to be what the narcissist needs to rely on. Think about that for a minute. Everyone, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So what the narcissist needs to rely on, there are so many things. At the top of that list is the narcissist needs to rely on their ability to lie and to steal and to cheat and to not play by the rules of humanity, the rules of the jurisdictions, or the rules of the law or religions, etc. You see, the narcissist makes their own laws, their own rules. They do what they want, when they want, and with whom they want. And they began doing this at a very young age, and it catapulted them through life, through adolescence, through early 20s, etc., all the way up to whatever age they are now. And the narcissist believes that they are better than people. They believe that they can manipulate other people, and they believe that they're smarter, better looking, more intelligent, and everything else. The truth of the matter is the narcissist is a shallow coward. They're hollow. There's no substance to them. What they do is they mimic back what they heard from other people to the current people they're spending time with. And what the narcissist needs to hold on to is they need to believe that they can continue to manipulate people. That is why they're always looking for new people, new supply sources, the next new shiny object, if you will, or the flavor of the month. Because once the narcissist gets the person that they want in a relationship or in a friendship or they communicate with them, then they begin to toy with them and mess with them. And that's when the mask begins to slip slowly over time. And this person or these people who are now in the narcissistic relationship, they're now about to put way more energy or attention into that relationship and that person than they ever thought was imaginable. And this is all by design, because the narcissist needs to hold on to people. They need to keep people stuck in that narcissistic fog. And the narcissist is always testing their manipulating or manipulative skills. So example, as the narcissist ages, remember, we know that they become the aging narcissist. Well, when you're 20, you can do certain things. When you're 30, you can do more things. When you're 40, maybe a little bit more. 50, maybe a little bit less, and so on and so on. But the narcissist believes they can always use the same techniques and or tactics that they used when they were younger. And that's not really true. What's true is their looks fade, their age shows, their health declines, and they get more gray hairs, etc. And they still think, though, that they can connect with a much younger generation. Now, the truth of the matter is they can't. They can act like they believe they can, but they can't. And what they will be doing is they will be fooling themselves, because that's essentially what these people do. They go through life manipulating. They go through life fooling people. They go through life telling stories about the past. And they go through life telling stories of what they did when they were much younger and all their past relationships, etc. Now, did you ever really know if any of that was the truth? Of course you didn't. You had to take that person's word at face value. And now that you're out of that relationship, you're realizing that probably a lot of what you were told wasn't true. And you see, the toxic person that you're thinking about, they were holding on to the fact that you were believing in them, and that you would give them more opportunities, and that you would give them more chances, and that you would believe what they told you. You see, these relationships essentially are nothing but a big shell game. It's 3-card Monte. It is a game show that the narcissist has multiple people participating on, and when you pull back curtain number 1, 2, or 3, or whatever it is, there's nothing there. There's not a prize. What there is nothing but despair, destruction, broken dreams, broken hopes, broken relationships. And the narcissist thinks that this game show will continue to go on and on and on. Well, not so fast, narcissist, because people are wising up. They're waking up, they're becoming educated and empowered, and they don't want to participate in a thing called a game that to you, or to us, is life. To you, life is nothing but a game. But you see, the narcissist is holding on the fact that they can continue to get contestants to go up to the front row and participate in the game to see who will get the opportunity to spend more time with the narcissist. Again, this is all before you knew what narcissism was. You weren't taught this in school. You didn't know that these people existed. You didn't know that to some people, they look at your life as an opportunity to exploit and to take advantage of. That's why when you finally get the wisdom, when you find that needle in a haystack, and when you get those light bulb moments going off left, right, and center, and you're strong enough, that's when you really need to understand that going no contact will help you more than anything you will ever do. Because when you don't have to be in communication with these people and you're not participating in their lives, or more importantly, or equally as important, you're not giving them your energy, and they have nothing to do with you, that's when your clarity will return. That's when your energy will return. That's when your relationships can be rebuilt, or you can formulate or grow new relationships. That's when you can take a class, teach a class, read a book, write a book, create a podcast. You can travel the globe. You can sleep until 2 o'clock in the afternoon, or you can stay up till 2 o'clock in the morning, but you're doing life on your time, and you're doing life the way you want to do it, and you're not participating in the toxicity of the narcissistic abusive fog. For this illustration, similar or akin to being on a game show where you don't win anything other than your life getting sidetracked. You see, that's what the narcissist wants to do. They want to present that they are the best thing on the planet, or that they're a victim, or that they need help, or that they have so many things going for them, or all of their exes were the bad people, or their children don't talk to them because they block them, etc., because they're the guilty ones, they're the bad ones. Well, we now know that there is one, and I mean one common denominator in all these relationships. And you guessed it, it's the narcissist. But they were holding on to the fact that you would never figure it out. They were holding on to the fact that perhaps you wouldn't go no contact. They were holding on to the fact that you wouldn't block them and put yourself back together. But you've done either all of those things, or you're about to do them, or you're considering doing them. But any way you cut it, if you believe the narcissist knew what they were doing, or if you believe they didn't know what they were doing, it does not change the fact that what happened, and what they did is what they did, and that relationship deteriorated. It got worse over time. It didn't improve. And who was paying the price for being in that relationship? It was you. And it wasn't the narcissist. The narcissist was blame shifting you. They were gaslighting you. They were giving you the stonewalling. They were giving you the silent treatment. They were triangulating you. They were smearing your name. And the whole time inside of their tiny little pea brain, they were laughing. They were saying, yes, I have this one. They're on the hook deep. I don't think this one's going to get out. So maybe I can shelf this person for a while, groom a couple new sources of supply, and continue the game show. Again, I'm not being funny. I'm not being comical. I'm highlighting with an illustration of comparing a game show to how the narcissist looks at people to have the ability to enter their life or enter relationships with them. They act like they're the best thing on the planet, and they act like they have so much going for them, when the truth of the matter is, just like a used car on the used car lot, the used car may have a brand new paint job and it may look amazing, but when you lift up the hood, there's no engine there. The car can't function. That is what the narcissist is at times. They may appear to be one way, but behind the hood, or underneath them, or inside of them, there's nothing to them. There's nothing but rottenness to the core. There's nothing but disdain for humanity. There's nothing but verbal abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse, financial abuse, perhaps even physical abuse. And this is how the narcissist runs their life. This is why they can go from relationship to relationship so effortlessly, because they don't care about anybody. They don't care about the new supply. They don't care about their own kids. They don't care about their past relationships. They don't care about the legal system. They don't care about one thing. Because as I mentioned, what the narcissist needs to hold on to, or what they need to keep them going, it's the fantasy, it's the idea that they are smarter than everybody, and that they can get through life manipulating people, and that there'll be no accountability for their poor behaviors, and that no one will ever figure them out. And so charm, this is another thing that the narcissist banks on. Many times people who met the narcissist, let's say it is a romantic relationship, they're not even attracted to them physically, but it was something about their charm, or their intellect, or the way they talked about certain things, or their alleged education on certain topics. Well, the charm of the narcissist, that does fade away over time as well. Now, sure, people can still maintain their charm if it's authentic or genuine, but charm is not something that everybody has. And charm is something that the narcissist can fake extremely well. They can fake that so well because their level of charm, it's coming from a blackness, it's coming from an emptiness, it's coming from a void. And that's what the smirk is, or that's what their pupils, when they get dilated, are. They're getting their supply, they're getting their cup filled with supply, and they're looking at people with the smirk or the blackness of their pupils, and they're saying, yeah, I'm getting a rise, or I'm getting supply, or I'm getting a thrill out of fooling you, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and you're seeing something different in my facial expressions or features, but you don't know what it is. So that's why I'm taunting you and teasing you. That's what the narcissist does over and over and over again. So what they keep on holding on to, and they're banking on, and they need to maintain, it's the charm, it's the allure, it's the exterior. What about social media? These people are all over social media. There are healthy people on social media too, and all different kinds of people. I get it. But the narcissist uses social media to weaponize people against each other and to triangulate people and to keep people stuck in that loop of abuse and that narcissistic fog. That's why the narcissist is always having one foot in the relationship and one foot out of the relationship. That's why you never got to know the narcissist. That's why the narcissist never showed you who they really were, except for those times when the mask slipped, specifically at the ending of that relationship. And again, if you were discarded, my heart goes out to you. If you ended it yourself, my heart still goes out to you, but you were in a relationship that changed the trajectory of your life. You were going one direction, and then you met this person, the behemoth, the juggernaut, the narcissist, and your whole life changed on a dime. That's why these relationships, when you exit them, no matter how you exit them, that's why you have to slow your life down. You have to process things. You have to stay in that cocoon of boundaries and insulate and protect yourself. You have to heal childhood wounds. You have to meditate. You have to journal. You have to see a therapist. You have to watch videos. You have to write. You have to really take stock of not only the narcissist, but all the people that you surround yourself with currently and all the people you surrounded yourself with in the past. Because again, as I've mentioned so frequently, not everybody is who they appear to be on this planet. And everybody, and I mean every single one of us, reveal ourselves in time. The narcissist finally showed you who they were when the mask slipped. You showed the world who you were when you put yourself back together. And other people show you who they were when perhaps that relationship ended. Did they scatter? Did they all disappear? Did they grab their popcorn and watch your life implode? Or were they there? Did they knock on your door and check in on you and be a support system? I'm guessing it was the first. Most people probably disappeared, and they probably did enjoy your life blowing up. But what they don't realize is that their life also will go sideways. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, maybe in the future. Because every one of us faces challenges. It's how we face the adversity. It's how we tackle the challenges. That's why you're here in the community and on the channel. You're getting your cup full, you're getting topped up, and you're understanding that you are the priority. You come first, second, and third, and that there is no room in your life for toxicity, specifically from a toxic narcissistic person or anyone, energy vampire, whoever it is who's trying to not improve your life, but they're trying to derail your life. But all these things I'm sharing with you, they culminate in the narcissist needing to hold on to things. They culminate in the narcissist needing to keep their manipulating techniques razor sharp. This is what they're doing. This is why they compare notes. This is why they read and watch certain channels or certain videos, etc., because they too are getting educated, and they're figuring out that the educated empath is right on their heels. We are smaller in number, much, much smaller in number, but we are growing. And a couple of years ago, we weren't growing. We're growing now. We're becoming awakened and aware, educated, and empowered, and we maintain our level of empathy. So is the narcissist 3 steps in front of us these days, us, the educated empath? Absolutely not. Quite the opposite. We're about 30 steps in front of them because we've been through the cycle. We can see the signs. We know the glossary and the terms and the definitions in the narcissistic abusive cycle. We can see toxicity in a moment. We can see a couple walking down the street holding hands and say to ourselves, wow, what a beautiful couple. They look amazing. And then pause and say to ourselves, not so fast. Is that really their husband or wife? Is that just a side hustle or side piece? Or is that a brother-sister? Is that the new supply being groomed? Who knows what it is? And when I said brother and sister, I mean, not everything is how it appears to be. Meaning that doesn't even have to be a romantic relationship. We will never know. What we do know is we put ourselves back together. We've healed, or we're healing, and we're moving forward. And we're understanding that there's so many challenges in life, and there are so many things that go sideways in our lives, and that the narcissistic relationship was at the top of that list. But now that we understand that it's prevalent on the planet, we, the educated empaths, the people who put ourselves back together, or who are about to, we realize that, yeah, we have to have boundaries. And that, yes, the narcissist is always going to try and fine-tune their skills and their craft of manipulating techniques. But we now know what triangulation is. We know what gaslighting is, etc. And the narcissist was holding on to the fact that they could maintain their mask as long as they possibly could, which they thought would be until they got a new supply source lined up. But again, think about when you're in that relationship. Maybe your relationship lasted a month, a year, 5 years, 10, a couple decades. Throughout that relationship, you kept on putting out the fires that the narcissist was starting on purpose, because the narcissist couldn't regulate themselves. And they acted like a petulant child throughout that relationship, sporadically, intermittently. And what did you know? Back then, you knew nothing. All you knew is you would be there for them and comfort them and help them out and be there to support them. Well, you didn't know you were in a narcissistic relationship. And you didn't realize that these relationships head to one place, and it's called Destructionsville. And you didn't realize that these people can't change. They only get worse over time. But now you understand all of that. And so when you were in that relationship, the narcissist was hoping and holding on to the fact that you didn't know who they were. You didn't know what they were doing, and you couldn't see behind the mask. But now you can, or you are about to, and you're understanding that, again, everybody faces challenges in life. And you've been through the ringer. You've been to hell and back, and you've put yourself back together. You've picked yourself up and dusted yourselves off, and you've risen through the ashes like a phoenix. That's why you are in the third version of you, the strongest, most galvanized version of you known to humankind, or you're about to enter that version. And the three versions, again, for people who are new to the community and the channel, the first version is the version of you who you were before you met the narcissist, when you just were living life, doing what you were doing. The second version was when you were in the narcissistic relationship, being spun around in that spin cycle of abuse, in the cesspool of manipulation, in the deep end of destruction. And the third version of you is when that relationship ended and you have healed and you put yourself back together. Now you see the world the way it really is, not the way you wanted it to see it, or not wanted to see it, and not the way the narcissist wanted you to see it. You see it through your set of eyes, and you know exactly what toxicity is, you know what empathy is, you know what love is, you know what abundance is, what growth is, and you also know that the narcissist was doing their best to maintain that mask as long as they possibly could, until they couldn't wear it any longer because it became too cumbersome, it became too heavy for them. And the longer you're in these relationships, the more cumbersome that mask gets for the narcissist. And the more they know you, the better they get to know you, the more the mask slips. Remember, it's a mask for a reason. The mask is to get people to fall into the relationship. The mask is to fool and hoodwink people. And the mask is to groom and look for new supply sources, whether it's in real life or on social media or dating apps, whatever it is. But that's what the purpose of the mask is. And once you see it one too many times, meaning the mask slip or the toxic behavior of the narcissist or both, you can't unsee it. That's why you really need to get the message and apply this very simple tool. Go no contact, block them, delete them, remove them and all fly monkeys and people associated with them. If not, now when? And if you can't do it, I understand that. Utilize gray rock, become dull and boring, get off the radar of the narcissist, but insulate and protect yourself, because you were in something that most people can't wrap their head around, and you are out of something that most people will never understand. That's why you speak the same language as I speak, and I can finish your sentence. And my hope is you can either finish my sentence or you soon will be able to. But remember, this school is not a school we attended because we signed up for it. We were manipulated, we were tricked and trapped. The narcissist never gave us that 2-page report and told us who they were. They wanted to let the mask do the heavy lifting for them in the beginning until we entered that relationship with them. And then what happened? Here we go. We're now in the narcissistic fog, and we don't know which way is up or down, left or right. That's what the narcissist wanted. That's what they were holding on to. And that's what they were trying to hope that no one would ever figure out, specifically you. So everyone, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the beautiful Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon, evening, or morning, no matter where you are on the planet. You are not alone. Remember that. You are not alone. I love you all. God bless you. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. And you heard the bells, and I hope it's a lot less noisy this evening. Another night video, but I'm doing my best to find more quiet or quieter locations. I do my best, everyone. I love you all. Before I close the video, I want to let you know, understand that the narcissist is who they are. They can't change in a positive manner. They don't improve their relationships. They don't improve their mindset. They don't improve their circumstances. All they want to do is to do whatever they want and keep people strung along and take advantage of them and manipulate them and keep them trapped and isolated away from their support systems, and do it to another person and another and another. But the narcissist outsmarted themselves, like they always do, because they always think that no one will ever figure out who they are. But that's not what you've done. You've put 2 and 2 together. You got that light bulb moment and you found the needle in a haystack, and that's why you're here. That's why you're getting your cup full. So maintain no contact. Remember what time of year we're in. It's the holidays. Maintain no contact. Do not accept the holiday Hoover. Don't test yourself. Trust your instincts. Trust your intuition. If something's telling you not to go to the store today, trust your spidey senses. Don't go to the store today. And again, if this is the first video you're consuming as you're waking up, beautiful. You're having your morning coffee or tea, or you're going for a walk or meditating or exercising, this is fantastic. If it's the last thing you're doing before you go to bed and you're getting ready to shut it down, well, I'm grateful that you're listening to my video and you're getting educated. And my hope is that you understand that if today was a challenging day, that tomorrow will be a new day. The sun will rise tomorrow. The sun will rise, and you too will have a new opportunity at growth, at abundance, at fulfillment, at commitment, at positivity, and at living your best life, toxic, narcissistic, relationship free. I love you all. God bless you, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Yeah.